Lifting Up Westchester is a 40-year-old organization that has really done a tremendous job of adapting throughout the years to provide whatever needs the community had, particularly for extremely low-income individuals. We help those in the community that are struggling to reach at least a basic level of well-being, which is important for the well-being of the entire community.
It's not often I have an experience with a program like Lifting Up Westchester that is as broad as it is, all the way from housing to food to employment to mentoring, college scholarships to camps for kids to job training. Anyone can find themselves a client of Lifting Up Westchester at any time. An accident, the loss of a job, a health problem, you can easily become a person with life challenges that are greater than you can deal with yourself.
I never thought I would be in this situation, not in a million years. I have a college degree, I've always worked, I've always been able to pay my rent. I was working in restaurants, and then COVID hit, and I went through like all of my life savings. It made me feel stressed out, and just like, it made me feel really hopeless for a while. I was with Samaritan House for like 3 months. They were always supportive. You were fed, you always knew we were safe, and they were very helpful of like finding where you needed to go. I don't know what I would have done without them.
Lifting Up Westchester staff is amazing. What these guys do, the first thing they do is they tell you what you need to do to get out of here. They push you to further your life, to progress, to go forward with your life and do better and be better. I've gotten so much help from these guys that I'm ready to get out of here within the next month and start my life over again. My plan is to get out of here and never come back.
It's been very emotional for all of us to see people in pain, to hear people's stories. The community doesn't seem to be aware of what's at stake.
A lot of them, their state of mind, and they're depressed. They really put themselves down because they've been beaten down so much that they don't think they could do anything positive. They need to know they're safe. They can have someone to talk to that won't judge them. We don't turn people away. So my job is to let them know that they can. This is just a stepping stone back to life.
I have a bachelor's in liberal arts and I have a master's in public administration. I had relapsed after 19 and a half years of being clean. I'm not at the Samaritan House anymore, and I'm really, really doing well. It felt so good to have keys to cook my own meal. I'm doing this with enthusiasm, you know, with my head high, a smile on my face. This has been a humbling place for me in these last few months.
Many of us don't know people who have become homeless, and so we tend to think of the homeless as the other. Those who experience homelessness tend to be those who have more financial challenges, and if you are a low-wage earner, you are more prone to having a single crisis send you into homelessness.
I'm the maintenance man for Open Arms, Lifting Up Westchester. By working here, it gave me a different outlook on how certain situations with people go through in life. I realized like everybody's not on drugs. Some just hit a rough patch in life. And it made me realize like, how would you react if you was in that predicament? And just open your eyes and be thankful for what you got. And it just made me realize like, whatever I'm going through is all the time somebody going through it 10 times worse than you. If you're fortunate to help somebody else, you're saving somebody else's life. And you're saving a lot of people's life.
We need to look at our communities from the lens of a gardener. They need to be nourished, pulling together on resources like Lifting Up Westchester so we could figure out not just to fertilize the soil, but how do we give it water and then tend it to make our communities grow.
Students that are homeless or doubled up in different apartments lag because there's lack of private space for them to focus. Every child is bright. It's just a matter of tapping into it and opening up doors for them to believe and for them to put in the work to succeed.
They're not exposed to a lot of the stuff that students from more affluent neighborhoods or more affluent schools, what they're exposed to. They don't know how to dream or how to have big dreams. They've gotten beaten up for such a long time and they don't understand you don't have to settle.
I come from Venezuela. At the beginning, I didn't know anything about lifting up Westchester. I just feel alone. They helped me build that confidence and trust that everything that I do, it is for a good reason. They can help you if you have any personal family problems, understand you if you are afraid to speak either English or Spanish. You feel like part of something. You don't feel at the side.
With Lifting Up Westchester, you can create a new family. Everything that the staff gave it to me, it made me the person who I am right now. I know that I can give it to other people. Lifting Up Westchester helped me think about my talent. I know I can do more.
People need to have a sense of hope, that people understand them and what brought them to the place they are. They need to have a sense that they're not in it alone.
A safe, decent, sanitary home for every American is a right, not a privilege. It has to be a conscious effort that we're taking care of all of the residents in Westchester County, not just some of the residents.
Organizations like Lifting Up Westchester end up becoming the linchpin and in many cases the lifesaver and the oxygen for forgotten communities and forgotten populations. When folks get connected to what we do, don't think about it as balancing the scales. Think about it as your involvement is that you want to tip the scale.